Okay, word problem number 1. Alright, answer for this one is 12. Number 2. Okay, answer for number 2 should be 0. Number 3. Alright, answer to this one should be 4. Okay, today's winning number is 2. Alright, if you did the extra credit, the most recent extra credit, go ahead and bring your answers up on a little slip of paper, right? Alright, first extra credit answer should be 1/3. Number 2 should be y equals 2x minus 2. And number 3 should be y equals negative 1/2 x plus 4. Okay, objective for today. We're going to learn the properties of similar triangles. Our learning target is to find the length of a side of one side in similar triangles. Okay, example 1. Similar triangles. They're going to be the same shape, but they can be different sizes. The first thing we need to know about similar triangles is that their angles are congruent. What's that mean about their angles then? They're the same. They're equal, right? And congruent angles are going to be labeled. I've labeled them by color. So angle E is congruent to angle A. Angle G is congruent to angle B. And angle F is congruent to angle C. Okay, so similar triangles, they can be different shape or different sizes, but they're going to be the same shape and their angles are going to be equal. The corresponding angles are going to be equal. So E corresponds to A, G corresponds to B, and F corresponds to C. Okay? So those angles will be equal. Alright, so if angle G is 30 degrees, what is the measure of angle B? They're corresponding angles, which means they are congruent because they are similar triangles. If they're congruent, what's that mean about their angles? They're the same. So angle B will be 30 degrees as well. Okay. Example number 2. Alright, we want to know the measure of angle D. Angle D is right here. What is the angle that is congruent to angle D? Angle A. And if congruent angles are equal, then what's the measure of angle D? Alright, good job. 88 degrees. Good. Okay, go ahead and bring your practice problem up and drop it off. Okay, answer to the bonus problem should be -4. Okay, bonus problem number 2. Okay, answer for the bonus problem is -14. To the practice problem, we want to find the angle that is congruent to angle F. What angle is congruent to angle F? That's right. They're labeled by their colors, so these are similar angles. Alright, for practice problem number 2, notice this is an equal sign this time. This is wanting the measure of angle F. Alright, answer should be 42. You guys have another chance, okay. Okay, answer for the bonus problem should be -10. Alright, solution for practice problem number 2. This time we are looking for the measure of angle F. How are we going to find the measure of angle F? Alright, we're going to look for the congruent angle. What is the angle that is congruent to F? Angle C. And since congruent angles are equal, that means that angle F is going to be equal to 37 degrees. Alright, credit problem number 1. These will be on Facebook, but if you don't have Facebook or internet, then go. Okay, example number 3. Similar angles. We already talked about the angles, or similar angles. Similar triangles. We already talked about the angles of similar triangles. What are they? They are congruent. That's right. Something else we need to know about similar triangles. their corresponding sides have the same ratio. We've already talked about their corresponding angles. So their corresponding angles are equal and their corresponding sides will have the same ratio. A corresponding side. To find the corresponding side, what we're going to do is we're going to look at whatever side we want. We're looking at GE right now. We want to find the corresponding side of GE. It's going to be a side that is in the smaller rectangle, smaller triangle. So what we do is we look at our side. We look at the angle that is opposite of our side. And that should be an F. It's kind of faded. Angle F. What angle is congruent to angle F? C. Okay, we're looking at the side that is opposite of angle C. BA is going to be our side that is corresponding to GE. Okay, does that make sense? So if we're looking at EF, we want the corresponding side of EF. We look at the angle that's opposite of EF, which is angle G. Angle G is congruent to angle B. And the side that is opposite of angle B is going to be AC. So AC is corresponding to EF. Okay, those are corresponding sides. Does that make sense? Okay, example 4. We have triangle ABC and triangle MNL. We want to know what side corresponds to AB. AB is this side right here. It is opposite of angle C. So we want our corresponding angle to angle C, which is angle N. So our corresponding side is going to be ML. So the answer, what side corresponds to AB, should be ML. Alright, practice problem number 3. Go ahead and bring it up and drop it off. Alright, answer for the bonus should be 5. Next bonus problem. Okay, answer for the bonus problem should be 13. Okay, solution for the practice problem. We're looking for the side that corresponds to LK. LK is right here. Our corresponding angles are going to be J and E, which means our corresponding side is going to be GF. You had GF. Okay, practice problem number 4. Okay, answer the bonus is 14. Solution for the practice problem. We want the side that corresponds to side GH. This is GH, so our corresponding angles are going to be angle I and angle X. We want the side that is opposite of angle X, which is angle YZ. Okay, extra credit problem number 2. Okay, OGT problem. Okay, answer to the problem should be B. 7 and 6 are vertical angles, and vertical angles are congruent. Okay, example 5. Alright, before we said that similar triangles are going to have congruent angles, and they're also going to have corresponding sides with the same ratio. So that means side XY and side LM are corresponding sides. So XY over LM is going to be equal to YZ over MN, which are corresponding sides, and that's going to be equal to the length of XZ over NL. Okay? So if we have the ratio of each corresponding side, we take one, put it over the other, and that's going to be equal to each of the corresponding sides over each other, okay? So the ratios are going to be equal. And we'll go ahead and do an example. Okay, right now we have XYZ and LMN. Is the length of side XZ. So we're going to do our ratio. We have XY. What side does XY correspond to? LM. So we're going to put 8 over 6. Next, we want XZ over the corresponding angle. What's its corresponding angle? LN, right. So XZ over 4. Do you guys remember cross multiplication? All we're going to do is we're going to take 8 times 4. Then we're going to do 6 times XZ. That's going to give us 32 is equal to 6 times our side length. So to find our side length, we're just going to divide by 6. And that's going to give us 5 1/3. So the length of this side is 5 1/3. Okay, example number 6. We want to find the length of side JH. We're just gonna give it a name. We're gonna call it X this time. Just putting in a variable instead of the question mark. So what we want to do is we want to take two ratios. So we're just gonna start with AC. We know that's 18. We want to put that over its corresponding side. What's the corresponding side of AC? X. Next, we're going to set that equal to, the only other thing we know from ABC is 6, so we're going to take 6 and we're going to put that over its corresponding side. What's BC's corresponding side? 2, that's right. Okay, now we're going to cross multiply. 18 times 2 is going to give us 36. 6 times x is going to give us 6x. We divide by 6. And 36 divided by 6 is just 6. So the length of our side is going to be 6. So go ahead and try a practice problem. Okay, for the practice problem, we want to find the length of DF. To find the length of DF, we're going to need to find the corresponding side of DF. Our corresponding side is going to be AC. So we have 6 over DF, which is X, and that's equal to, we start with our bigger angle. Since we started with 6, we're going to have to start with our bigger triangle. Ugh, I can't talk today. Bigger triangle on top for the right side as well, so that's going to be 4 over the corresponding angle 2. We cross multiply, we get 12 is equal to 4x, so our x is equal to 3.